We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This quote by the Stoic philosopher Seneca is a powerful reminder of just how much control our minds have over our emotional experience. He's pointing out a common human tendency. We imagine future problems, we worry about what might go wrong, and we replay painful memories over and over again. And all of that imagined suffering creates real stress, real anxiety, real emotional pain, often far worse than anything actually happening in our lives. Think about how often you lie awake at night, not because of what is, but because of what could be. You stress yourself out about a conversation you haven't had yet, a failure that hasn't occurred, or a judgment that may never come. Think about how many times you've stressed yourself out over a date, or a job interview, or a work presentation, only to find out that once you got through it, it really wasn't all that bad. But you've mentally lived through it 100 times already. Seneca believed that peace comes from focusing only on what we can control and what's real. Not imagined, not exaggerated. Just what's directly in front of us. So, when anxiety creeps in, pause and ask yourself, is this real, or am I suffering from a story my mind is telling me? More often than not, the fear exists only in our imagination. And once you see that, you can let it go. Remember, reality is often manageable. It's our thoughts about reality that can feel overwhelming. Master your mind and you begin to master your life. Quote number 2, your time is limited, so don't waste it living somebody else's life. This quote by Steve Jobs is simple but incredibly powerful. In just one sentence, he captures a core truth that many of us often ignore. We shape our lives based on what others expect of us, our parents, our peers, society. We follow paths that feel safe or normal, not because they're right for us, but because we don't want to disappoint anyone or stand out too much. But here's the thing, our time on this earth is short. We don't know how many years, months, or even days we have left. And that makes it incredibly important to make sure you're living authentically, in alignment with who you really are. Jobs is urging us to stop copying, stop comparing, and stop conforming. You weren't born to be a replica of someone else. You were born with your own passions, your own talents, and your own vision. Living someone else's life, chasing their dreams, adopting their values, ultimately leaves you empty, even if you are successful on the outside. So, ask yourself, if no one's opinion mattered, what would you really do with your life? What risks would you take? What would you stop doing today? The clock is ticking. Every moment spent pretending is a moment you lose being real. Don't let fear, tradition, or expectation keep you from your own path. Because in the end, the greatest tragedy isn't failure. It's never having truly lived your life. Quote number 3. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. This beautiful quote by Abraham Lincoln is a reminder that what truly matters isn't how long we live, but how fully we live. Too often, we get caught up chasing longevity, more time, more years, more security. But Lincoln shifts our focus from quantity to quality. Think about it. You could live 90 years, but if most of that time is spent going through the motions, working a job you hate, staying in a routine that dulls you, ignoring your passions, then what was it really for? On the other hand, someone might live only 40 or 50 years, but fill that time with purpose, passion, love, and courage. That's a full life. Lincoln's words challenge us to stop waiting for someday, to stop putting off joy, creativity, and connection. Life isn't measured in just milestones or years on a calendar. It's measured in the energy we bring to each and every day, the people we touch, the risks that we take, and the meaning that we create. So, ask yourself, are you truly living, or are you just merely existing? Are you bringing life into your years, or just counting down the time? The goal isn't to live long. It's to live deeply, to be present, to be bold, and to leave behind a life that actually felt like yours. Because in the end, that's what counts. Not how much time we had, but what we did with that time. Quote number 4. Life moves pretty fast. if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. This quote, made famous by Ferris Bueller, might come from a teen comedy, but the wisdom in it is real and relevant to all of us. It's a gentle warning and a powerful invitation rolled into one. Life does move fast. Days blur into weeks, weeks into months, and before we know it, years have passed. We're always chasing the next big thing. Goals, deadlines, responsibilities. We're in such a rush to get somewhere that we often forget to ask where we're actually going and why. And in that rush, we miss things. We miss the beauty in ordinary moments. The laughter of someone we love, the color of the sky at sunset, the quiet peace of doing nothing at all. These are the simple details that make life feel rich and real. But they slip past us when we're too busy, too distracted, too focused on what's next. This quote is a reminder to pause. Not just once a year on vacation, but regularly. Every day if possible. To look around and really take it all in. The people in your life, the things you've already accomplished, the small joys, even the challenges, because they're shaping you into someone stronger. There's a difference between existing and living. Existing is moving through time on autopilot. Living means being present. So, ask yourself, when was the last time you truly looked around and appreciated what you have? Not what you're chasing, but what's already here. Because life isn't just in the milestones. It's in the moments between them. If you don't slow down every once in a while, you won't just miss out on time, you'll miss out on meaning. So, stop, look around, take a breath. This is it. This is life. And it's moving. Don't miss it. Quote number 5. Difficulty strengthens the mind as labor does the body. With this single sentence, Seneca gives us a powerful truth. Challenges aren't setbacks, they're training. Just as physical labor builds muscle, difficulty, pain, stress, adversity, builds mental resilience. Imagine trying to get stronger physically without ever breaking a sweat. It wouldn't work. Muscles grow because we put them under stress. We lift heavier weights, we push against resistance. It's uncomfortable, but it's the only way to grow. Now think of the mind in the same way. When we face emotional or mental stress, when we struggle with failure, rejection, uncertainty, or loss, we're experiencing the weights of life. And just like in the gym, every time we choose to face those challenges, instead of run from them, we grow stronger. But here's the key. It's not just going through difficulty that strengthens us, it's how we respond to it. Some people let adversity break them. Others use it to build themselves. That's the difference. It's not about saying pain is good for its own sake. It's useful if you let it be. Stoicism, the philosophy Seneca followed, teaches us not to avoid hardship, but to transform it, to see difficulty as part of the process, not a detour from it. Think about the times in your life that shaped you the most. It probably wasn't the easy moments. It was the struggles, the breakups, the failures, the times when things fell apart. Looking back, those were the moments where you grew, where you learned, where you found strength you didn't know you had. Every challenge has the potential to teach you something. Patience, focus, confidence, endurance. And just like working out, the more you train your mind to handle difficulty, the more prepared you are for the future. Life doesn't get easier, but you get better at handling it. So the next time you're facing something hard, don't ask, why me? Ask, how is this shaping me? Recognize that difficulty isn't just something to survive. It's something that's strengthening you, deepening you, preparing you. Labor builds the body, struggle builds the soul, and over time, those trials forge a version of you that's unshakable. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. And please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video if these quotes resonated with you. Thank you very much.